Yo, what's the word? It's your boy DKG Kai, and I just jumped off the porch with Dirty Glove Bastards.
Yeah, if you looking for the demon killer gang, we outside. From the city, you get hit and drive through a drive-by.
All right, so we got the one and only DKG Kai jumping off the porch with us today.
Yes, sir. We here today, man.
Yeah, welcome, bro.
For sure, I appreciate it, man.
Yeah, no problem, man. First off, how we feeling today, man?
Man, I'm feeling good. Anytime I touch down in Atlanta, it's a great feeling. It's like a second home. As soon as I come down here, press runs, podcasts, shows. So, yeah, I love it, man.
Yeah, that's one thing about Atlanta. If you're doing the music, you're going to stay busy in this city, man. There's endless opportunities, endless things to do, man.
Yeah, absolutely. Literally, I told my producer, Jake, shout out Jake Tompkins, I told him his first time coming down here was like a couple weeks ago. I told him, I'm like, bro, you don't have to make a plan coming to Atlanta.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
You just show up, put it on your story, like, I'm in the A, who trying to work? Like,
Everyone's going to hit you.
Everybody and their mama, for real. No cap.
Thought about making that move?
Yeah, I'm thinking about it right now. I ain't gonna lie.
Okay.
I've been talking to my people in my team about it because Detroit, like, it's good because the music scene blowing up. But as far as what I do with Christian music, we still trying to make something pop. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like right now, I would love to be down here full time and then still building something in Detroit. You know what I'm saying? So.
Yeah, that was the first thing that caught me listening to your music and then learning you from Detroit was like, I don't think I've ever heard a Christian rapper from Detroit. But then I saw you had the Detroit Christian Cypher.
Yep.
So I was like, wait a minute. Maybe there is a market for this.
For sure. It's like, I don't know, you gotta think about it too, the Christian world be like 2 years behind on a lot of stuff. You know what I'm saying? So it's like Detroit music blew up for real worldwide. I feel like in 2020, 2021, around that time. So the Christian market was still late on it. They still didn't know about the Peasies, the Babyface Rays and all that we got. So the Christian world was kind of behind on it. So when I started rapping, it was right around the time Detroit music was blowing up. The Christian world was like, bro, we ain't ever seen or heard nothing like this before, you know, so I got a lot of slack early on. I still get it from time to time, but it's starting to become a thing now, like the whole Christian drill genre. Like, we really made that a genre, and it's popping now, for real.
Oh, yeah. So you just started rapping 2020, 2021?
It was, I think, 2021, yeah.
Oh, wow.
It was matter of fact, around 2 years ago, around this time, for real.
Oh, wow.
Yep.
What had inspired that? What made you try at it?
Man, I was in the street for a little bit, like towards my 18, 19-year-old, you know what I'm saying? Well, really 17, 18, 19, around that time, I was in the street just doing what I was doing. Long story short, my cousin that got killed and I was supposed to be with him. So that just kind of was like my first sign of like, all right, this ain't for me no more. The night of his funeral, we ended up all going out, my cousins, my family, and got arrested that night. Off some BS. And after that, it was like, all right, bro, I gotta get back right. You know what I'm saying? So I ended up getting back right and just praying, like genuinely just praying. Like my mama told me, like, listen, God, you ain't too far from God. Like that's what I want to say too. You never too far from God. Like, know that. So yeah, I just ended up praying, changed my life almost overnight, started youth pastoring. But it just felt like something was missing because I've always been an artist at heart. Like I've been editing videos and all type of stuff since I was like 13, 14.
Oh, wow.
So I've always been just in love with music. And it just happened. My boy got me in the studio and we were just playing around. Did my first song, shot a video for my birthday, just say I did it. And the city was just kind of like, what did he say? Like, can he talk like this? Like this, you know what I'm saying? We ain't used to this. So after I heard that, and then my pops had told me, like, yeah, you got something. So for my pops to say that, it was like, all right, I got the city behind me. I got my parents, most importantly, I got God behind me too. So it's like, all right, yeah, if we really make a run with this could turn into something big, for real. So that's where we at now.
Were you just like rapping over Detroit beats at the time?
That's it. Like my first couple projects, it was nothing but Detroit beats. Like it was nothing but Detroit because that's all I'm listening to. You know what I'm saying? So at the time, it was just nothing but Detroit beats. But I ended up finding out just from working with different people and being in different arenas that I'm low key more than just a Detroit artist. Like I can do the melodic stuff. I could do the worship. Shoot, I dropped a worship tape. And that was the first tape to ever chart for me. We charted number 3 with no label, like with nothing, right behind like Maverick City and Lauren Daigle, 2 of the biggest Christian artists in the world. You know what I'm saying? So to chart right behind them on a worship tape, and I'm a Detroit rapper, it kind of showed me and everybody else like, oh yeah, he got some of everything in his bag for sure.
So, what's the feedback like? Because I'm sure, like you said, it kind of catches people off guard.
For sure, yeah. It's like,
and is that intentional for you to try and
exactly?
Catch
So yeah, it definitely catch people off guard. So like when I first started, it was like, yeah, no, he going to hell. Like that like off rip. You feel me? Off rip, it was like, yeah, he going straight to hell in the handbasket. I don't know what dog think he doing, but this ain't it. But it was a lot of times that I would think about just doing I hate to call it this, but people refer to it as the cookie cutter Christian rap, where it's just Jesus every bar and quoting scripture every bar, and it kind of get repetitive. And I was like, bro, I know I could blow up if I just, because my pen game so much better than a lot of people's already. So it's like, okay, if I took that and just made it the cookie cutter Christian rap, well, we'll be out of here. But I just remember feeling like God was just telling me in so many different ways, like, I didn't create you like that. Like the way I was youth pastor and preaching in this. So it was like, all right, if you gotta be yourself. I never said you can't be yourself. It's just certain things you might gotta, you know what I'm saying, put to the side or put down completely, but be yourself in everything you do. So that's what it was. I just kept being myself and kept running with the sound that I got. And so now the talk turned from, oh, he going to hell, to, oh, now I see what he doing. He trying to reach this street. He trying to reach the unreachables and X, Y, and Z. So it's starting to become a thing. To even where now people biting a little bit now.
Really?
I ain't gonna lie. Yeah, the same people like low key.
You got
that's
some
how
clones, huh?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying, and that's cool. Like I said, I don't ever.
Hey, we're all here to inspire, right?
You know what I'm saying? So I don't ever be under their stuff or even be mad at it. It's like, bro, that's cool, man. Get your rocks off. If that's how you want to do it, I'm glad I can inspire. You feel me? So, yeah.
And do you feel like, dressing the way that you do and even rapping the way you do, that kind of makes you reach a larger target audience?
For
as well?
sure. Yeah, because like the thing with my music, I get a lot of this too. Like where even at my headquarters studios back home, shout out Mix Factory 1, it's a thing that they do pass the chord. So my people telling me like, hey bro, do pass the chord tonight. Mind you, it's a room full of everybody in Detroit that's doing nothing but Detroit rap and whatever. So I come in there, you feel me, and my song go on and the room just kind of go quiet like that, but you could tell they listening. I get done, people coming up to me like, bro, I didn't even know you could do this. Like, I didn't know you could be a Christian drill rapper. Or it was the other thing of like, bro, my baby mama just showed me a video of you the other day. Like, bro, you keep doing what you're doing. So yeah, man, it was crazy. But every time somebody hear it, like I tell every label we've talked to, every A&R, I tell them like, I'm doing the work for y'all. All y'all gotta do is just put my music on the right platform. It's gonna go, because it's gonna catch you off guard, so it's shock value. You're gonna talk about it whether you like it or not. And then on top of that, it really is good music. You can't deny good music, whatever genre it is.
Now, most of the labels that are reaching out, are they like Christian-based labels, or do you have majors hitting you up too?
Nah, it ain't. Nah, I ain't gonna lie. Like I work with Reach Records. Shout out to them with Lecrae, 1K Few, and all them, Hovey. That's like family though. So it's like when I'm in Atlanta, I was just with them actually yesterday. Shout out 1K Few and P-Sun for the release party. So they real cool. That's really, like I said, our family connect. But most of the labels that's been reaching out, actually, I can't speak on it yet, but a label actually just hit me on the way here. That's out here, you feel me? So it's like, yeah, man, it's going. It's more of the mainstream labels and A&Rs for sure.
And what's those meetings like or conversations like? Do they just want you to continue to do you, or are they trying to change?
I'm glad you asked that. So you get your couple that's just like, okay, well, can we take the Christian off of your name? Can we just say like lifestyle music and all that? And I get it. Some people would have took that because they really in it just for the money and for whatever. But it's like, bro, I'm the type of person, even when I was in the street or when I was playing basketball, whatever, I'm going to stand on my business, like whatever that is. Whatever I'm standing for, that's what I'm standing for. So especially when it comes to something like God, like I feel like I'm a light, in a dark place, in a dark industry. So why would I fold? Because if I fold, now that everybody that was looking up to me like, oh, he was capping anyway. Like, I ain't about to, you know what I'm saying? So, nah, man, we've definitely been asked to kind of tone it down. But as soon as if they lead with that, conversation about over. Because I already know what you trying to get me to do. You know what I'm saying? So
you're not selling out?
Nah. God be my help, bro. Like, money is good, but the good thing is I've been just independent. I'm full-time music. Like, I'm getting paid off my shows very nicely. I'm getting paid off streaming very nicely. Features. So it's like at the end of the day, I would love to have a label that could just push the button and put me on these tours and all that. But if that ain't God plan right now, if everybody just want me to change, and you got some that don't, so you got some that's genuinely rocking with it, but yeah, if it just don't work out with a label, I feel like I'm gonna be good regardless. I got God with me, so I'm cool. Yeah.
I feel that.
Yep.
So break down this DKG, man.
For sure. DKG, man. Y'all go get that. DKG stand for Demon Killer Gang. So again, shock value. Like I study marketing. So the thing is, the reason that a lot of these artists blow up is because of shock value. You look at somebody like Blueface. People, you may not even know a Blueface song, but you know him just off the shock value and everything he's coming with. So for me, if I already got good music, let's add the shock value to it. So Demon Killer Gang really just means killing your demons. Like every day that you wake up and choose not to do certain things that's been holding you back, whether you got a lying problem and you choosing to tell the truth today, whether you are alcoholic and you choosing to stay out the liquor store, if you got a weed problem, if you got a sex addiction, whatever it is, every day that you choosing to wake up and say no to that and choose God, you done killed the demon. That's all that is. You feel me? So a lot of people take that and like, oh, you can't physically kill a demon. Duh, bruh. Like, you feel me? Like, I'm sure y'all done heard the bars of, oh, I got so much, blah, 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 I'm walking on water. You're not physically walking on water, but it's a metaphor. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, that's what it stands for. So shout out everybody in DKG back in the city, man.
Yeah, it's like you're not killing ops, you're killing
demons. You know what I'm saying? We flipping it, man. We pushing the piece over here for sure. But like I said, it's strategic because we just taking the blueprint that's in the world already and we flipping it and making it positive. You feel me? That's really all it is. And like I said, it's a lot of people around the world that sometimes still surprise me. Some of the people that hit me up, even like I said, secular artists or whatever, like, dang, you rocking with it. Like, for sure, that's love. You feel me? So, yeah, it's doing what it's supposed to do, for sure.
Yeah, instead of pints of lean, we got pints of holy water.
You know what I'm saying? Shout out to holy water. No cat. For sure. We own it.
And how influential would you say music is to its listener?
It's very instrumental. Like, I'm not gonna lie to you. Even in the Bible, when King Saul had a tormenting spirit on him, they called David in to play the harp to get it off of him. So it's like when you even look back biblically, when you look back historically, even scientifically, and you break down really what music is through sound waves, like people don't understand that what you listen to is really who you can become and most likely who you will become, especially if you at the age of you at that crossroads age of 18, 21, you know what I'm saying? Your mind still ain't even developed. You still figuring out who you is. So you listening to all these other rappers and artists and they telling you who you gonna be. For real. So for me, it's like, it's just like this. You ever, you know what I'm saying, been with your partner or whatever and y'all cut on some music. You trying to set the mood. Because it's literally changing, like I said, how you feel. It can affect your mood, it can affect your day-to-day. So it's like, okay, cool. If my music gonna minister to somebody, I want it to minister the right thing. Yeah. So a lot of people hear my music, they don't even realize it's Christian rap. Like my music done been played in the clubs before, for real. Like, and I one time we literally did this when I moved down to Atlanta for a couple months last year. We had just wanted to test it. They was like, bro, we're gonna play one of your songs in the club. We're gonna take a video and send it to you, just see if people rocking with it. And they couldn't even tell. Like they couldn't tell the difference, but it's ministering to them. The more and more they listen to it, oh shoot, did he just say? Oh shoot, he said, you feel me? So it's just, it's like that, man.
Now, do you feel like the music industry has an agenda to push a certain type of music then?
Absolutely. Because if you look at a lot of what's going on, you look at who getting signed, you feel me? You look at what's being pushed in the industry right now. It's like I look at somebody like a La Russell, and he doing his thing independent, but he not really talking about killing people and, you know what I'm saying, selling drugs and X, Y, and Z. He rapping. He kind of like a J. Cole in his own right, or a Kendrick in his own right. The label, the industry ain't pushing him. You don't see nobody really trying to standing in line trying to make sure La Russell the next big thing. But you see somebody else, and I ain't gonna name no names, but you see somebody else that's saying the same thing everybody else saying, talking about how many people he killed, which he probably didn't. You know what I'm saying? How many ops he got, which he probably don't have. You feel me? How much money he got that I know for a fact he probably ain't got either. So it's just like, you could tell the labels and the higher ups are pushing this agenda to really keep us trapped. That's all it is. That's what the trap means, to be in the trap. That's why it's stupid to even say that that's where you posted that in X, Y, and Z, bro. You can't get out. You feel me? So yeah, they definitely been pushing it. Even with some of the Doja Cat stuff I've been seeing with the whole demonic imagery and all that, it's like, bro, I get being creative, but it's a line though. Like certain stuff, it's just like, why are we mocking God? Yeah. You feel me? And why is Jesus? Why do it feel like Christianity is the religion that get mocked the most? To me, the way I look at it, Christianity must be the truth. If we the ones getting, you know what I'm saying, we getting came at so much, you feel me? So yeah, man, they definitely pushing the crazy agenda right now. So.
And then it just creates like more copycat rappers that they feel like they gotta rap like that to get on there.
Exactly. Like I forgot the NFL player that just called out his son.
It was Michael Irvin.
Yeah, I seen that the other day. Like where you got somebody who was raised as Michael Irvin's son. You know what I'm saying? Mind you, we don't know all of the story and whatnot, but you get situations like that where people who ain't never held a gun, shot a gun, sold a drug or nothing, feel like in order to make it, this is the image I gotta be. And now we getting people getting killed because you putting on this image and you portraying this and you inviting this energy to you. So now somebody do wanna try you because they listen to your music and they trying to prove a point. You know what I'm saying? Now you inviting smoke that you ain't even really ready for, you feel me? So, junk crazy.
Yeah. So let's talk about the song Christian Drill Music.
For sure, let's get into it.
I'm sure you knew this was gonna go up.
I ain't gonna lie to you, that's the craziest thing. Like, I recorded that in my house. I recorded that in my crib. This was before I was going to the studio heavy. And I recorded it and I listened back to it. I'm like, okay, this got potential. But I didn't think, off the Masterpiece album, I didn't think that was gonna be the one. I'm gonna be honest with you. It was a couple songs that I was listening with my people and I'm like, yeah, these gonna go. Christian Drill gonna do his thing, but these gonna be the ones. Man, we dropped Christian Drill and probably like 3 months later, shout out Tiff White. She had posted it on TikTok, 2 million views. Then they took it off TikTok, put it on Twitter, 4 million views. Then Drewski seen it. He put it on his page and it wasn't even putting it on there to like, roast me or nothing either. It was like, bro, if this is what church music is, bro, I'm going to church, like for real. So, yeah, man, it went stupid. Christian Drill really put me on the map, for real.
Yeah. And how did that make you feel to see that type of feedback, bro?
It was crazy, and I needed it at the time. At the time, like, it just felt like the devil was coming at me so heavy in my thoughts of like, man, you might as well quit. This ain't gonna work. You've been doing this for a year now. Ain't nothing really happened for real. You've been trying this, and ain't nothing work. You might as well just quit. Then on top of that, I got into it with somebody. Somebody had mentioned me on social media and tried to like tear down my brand. So, and this was all happening in the span of like a week. So I'm like, dang, like maybe I do need to just sit down. Like maybe I had it wrong. Maybe I'm not supposed to be doing this. And for me to just wake up one day and I'm getting all these text messages and calls like, bro, you up. Like it's time. Like everything we've been talking about for the last year, bro, it's about to happen for real. So yeah, that Christian Drill blessed me, man. Like I be irritated sometimes hearing the songs. I heard it so much, but I ain't gonna lie, that song really blessed me, no cap, for real.
And were you very hands-on with the direction for the music video, or?
Yeah, absolutely. Like all my videos, man, I'm gonna be honest, I direct everything. At the most, like my Dying to Myself video, shout out Drew Does It. We had co-direction with that, and then even shout out Velvet co-directed it as well with me. But most of my stuff, man, I'm literally right behind the camera. Like I'm telling him to set the shot, I'll put somebody else in my place where I know I'm gonna be, go behind the camera, make sure everything is right, the lighting, like yeah, I'll make sure everything is exactly the way I need it to be, for sure. Cause I started doing videos before I ever touched a mic. So that's really my background for real. It's media, you know what I'm saying?
And it's also your art at the end of the day. Like you got the vision for it.
Exactly, yup. Because you can tell somebody the vision, your vision, and they might execute it to the best of their ability, but it still might not be as good as it could have been if you would have did it yourself, you feel me?
Yeah. So. And what was it like working with Lecrae?
Man, shout out Big Dog, man. Shout out Cray. That was insane. I'm not gonna lie to you because, excuse me, it happened out of nowhere for real. I went to Reach and knocked out a couple songs actually. I did like about two, three songs with Reach. And they had told me like, yeah, you're gonna be on the summer playlist this year. So that was already big enough for me because we were trying to do that the year before and it just never worked. So I'm like, okay, bet, like that's a crazy look. Man, like 3 months later, I get a text from Dre, shout out Dre at Reach. And he like, hey, Cray about to listen to some of your stuff. So I'm like, all right. But I still didn't get my hopes up. I'm like, bro, this is Lecrae. Like you can't even pay for a Lecrae feature, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, all right, whatever. Man, probably like the next day, Craig followed me and sent me a voice message and said some stuff I'll never forget, just showing love for real. So by the time I get done listening to the voice message, I pull up to the Mix Factory to record. As soon as I get out of my car, Dre sent me the song. So I'm thinking it's just the final mix of what me and Dre did. Man, we play the song on the speaker, then we hear the beat cut out, then come back in, then Lecrae on it. We like, bro, wait a minute, like, for real? So we like, oh, this is crazy. So we just going stupid in the studio, because like I said, to get a Lecrae feature, if y'all don't know, Lecrae is like I hate to compare him to him, but he like the Jay-Z of Christian music, man. Like I said, you can't even pay for a Lecrae feature. Lecrae don't do features unless he wants to. So for me, that was love, because especially at the time I was still getting flack. So to get a cosign like that,
Oh yeah,
that was insane, man. I'm not gonna lie.
yeah. No, that's really dope right there. Man.
Yeah, for real.
So you got the new project out, The
Yup.
Way Out.
Yeah.
First off, just explain that title.
For sure. So The Way Out was an album we had been working on subconsciously for like a year. I had planned on doing it. I had planned on dropping The Way Out instead of Masterpiece, but it just happened that we kind of switched up our creative direction. So The Way Out really just stands for, honestly, like your way out of your sin, you know what I'm saying, the way out of whatever mind battles you got, like whatever you feel like you stuck in, it's going through that journey of figuring out how to get up out of it. So that was where the intro with the skit comes in. And
Okay.
Yeah, it was crazy, because the album, or the project I dropped before that was called Resurrection. So it was like me dying, coming back to life, but I'm still in the same place. So it's me now trying to figure out how to get out. You feel me? So yeah.
Understood, man.
Yeah.
Talk about the single and the video for Dying to Myself.
That was crazy too. Like, Dying to Myself was, if y'all listen to it, it's a worship song. So we were just in the studio. We had made Can't Sell My Soul first. We did that first. We did Can't Sell My Soul first. And it was like the spirit that hit the room like crazy. Like it was just a wild vibe and a wild energy in the studio. And we just like, bro, we gotta keep going. Like I was about to leave. My homeboys and my team just telling me like, no, you got something else in you. Like, just keep going, pull up a beat. And I pulled that up, and we knocked it out, and we just kept building on it. We got the DKG Choir in there to, add they piece. Shout out to all of them as well. And as soon as we heard it, we knew like, yeah, this is a hit. Like for real. Sonically, this is one of my best songs I ever touched. So from there, we shot the video. Shot it real quick, probably like 2-3 hours, honestly.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we got it done fast. Like, I don't be playing. Like, I like to get there and get out. Plus, I'm sweating. I'm wet on some parts. You know what I'm saying? All type of junk. So, but it was a real fun process for sure.
Yeah, the choir added a nice touch to it.
Oh yeah, absolutely. It gave it like that extra oomph. Like it made it feel industry ready.
Yeah.
So.
Then you dropped part 2 to Christian drill music.
Absolutely.
Did you feel any pressure with this one? Like,
Yeah.
I gotta come correct if I'm going to name it this.
Yeah, for sure. So that's what I did. Like when I heard the beat. So when I'm with my producers, because the only people that produced on this album was our project, Bass Got Beats, and my boy Jake Tompkins. So at the time, that Christian drill was produced by Bass Got Beats. So anytime I'm in the lab with my producers, I'm hands-on. I might not be able to do it, but I'm gonna tell them like, this the sample I want, this how I want the bass to sound, whatever. So while me and Bass Got Beats, shout out Troy, while we was doing this and building the beat, I just kept hearing Christian drill music. I'm like, bro, like it'd be fire to just drop a part 2 and just see how it go. So I think that was the most pressure I had on me to recording any of the songs on the tape, because it was like, bro, how we gonna follow the first one,
Really?
But the reception we getting from it is crazy. Like, I just posted it yesterday, and it's going up right now.
Yeah.
Like it's going up. So
You plan to shoot a music video for it?
absolutely.
Okay.
I'm actually talking to Tiff White, the girl who posted the first TikTok that went
Okay,
viral.
yeah.
Me and that's like my little sister now. So we've been talking and trying to figure out, am I gonna go down there where she at, or is she gonna come out to where I'm at, so that she could like have like a crazy cameo in the video. You know what I'm saying? Paying homage. So yeah, we definitely working on that. That's gonna be coming soon for sure.
Nah, that'd be really dope to get her in there too.
Absolutely.
What other videos you plan to shoot off of there?
Right now we planning on doing a video to Stuntin', because that's another song that's been going crazy. We thought about Voice of My City, doing a video for that, because right now I feel like we haven't promoted that song enough, because that song crazy. Like we was talking about that on the way here. So I feel like we didn't promote that as much as we promoted everything else. So I feel like putting a video with that will really, especially what I plan on doing with the video, I feel like that'll take it really like over the top. And then I want to do one for Rules as well.
Okay.
Because Rules been going crazy for sure.
And what's your creative process like? Do you write all your raps, or do you punch in as well?
Nah, when I first started, I was writing. Like I was writing everything when I first started. But if you listen to my first music, like you could tell I just didn't find my voice. So I would write sometime and then get to the studio and forget how I said it or how I wrote it. So it'd be a lot of open pauses. It'd be too many words in one bar. It just, it was stupid. So I just trained myself on how to punch in. And like I said, I knew it was a God-given gift because I could never rap. Like I was the one on the basketball team, on the bus on the way back to the game. They beating on the windows, making a beat, and it's my turn to rap. I ain't got nothing. Like I ain't got nothing for y'all but a pregame speech. Like that's it. So yeah, I just started punching in, and that's my creative process. I pray before we make the beat, and I just however I'm feeling, I just go. So,
I got you.
yeah.
What's some of your goals for your music career then?
Number one, that's always gonna be number one. God be my help is just to reach as many people as possible, and like I said, continue to be a light. Like even if you're not the same religion that I am, even if you don't believe in everything that I believe in, at least just give me a chance to talk to you. You know what I'm saying? Because I ain't one of the ones that's just trying to push it down your throat. Like at the end of the day, I believe in what I believe. If you believe in something different, that's cool. I understand that. But at least, like I said, be open for a conversation. I just want to be able to touch and really impact as many lives as possible. And then beyond that too, of course I'm an artist, so I want to be the best. I'm not one of these people that just come in to get a quick little bag and sign with a label real fast so I could flex on the ground, say I got a new house, new car, and like, no, it ain't that. Like I work to be the best. My work ethic is, I don't know nobody that's working as hard as me right now. Like for real. And that ain't no slight to nobody, but I just know how hard I work. So yeah, I definitely want to be the best. And then beyond that too, I really want to have a school. Like I want to have like a performing arts school, or even if it ain't a performing arts, just a place where kids in the inner cities can go and to see that they can do something other than just play basketball or, you know, make it because you want a sport or make it because you want to block. Like there's so many kids out there that is creative and that could be a video director, could be a producer. And that's another thing. Not everybody gotta be a rapper. Mm-hmm. You could be a producer, bro. Like you could shoot a video. Like think about being an A&R. It's other, like, they the ones making the real money anyway. If we, you know what I'm saying? If we keeping it a buck, so you can do other things, you know what I'm saying? Or manage your homeboy that's trying to rap. Do something, you know what I'm saying? Be the merch guy. Like, it's other things out here to do. So, like I said, I just want to be able to show people it's other avenues, you know what I'm saying, and doing this. And lastly, just represent Christ to a lot of people. Because a lot of people feel like God, like you can't serve God and have fun, like you gotta be all boring or you gotta wait till you 40, 50 and done with your party years. Like, no, bro, like I wanna be able to really represent God to the world for real. So.
I dig that, yeah. Going back to the kids, what do you feel like are some of the biggest challenges the youth are facing right now today?
Comparison. Comparison is, I don't know if it's number one, but it's major, because I ain't gonna lie to you, it's like I find myself kind of at fault with that at times. Like I go on Instagram from time to time and I see something that one of my peers did, and I could just be getting off a crazy, you know, press run, or like I said, matter of fact, it was crazy when The Way Out came out. 5 minutes later, we charted at like number 3. 5 minutes after it dropped, like, and then that night I got presented with a plaque for the project before that. So it's like, bro, I should be on cloud 9 right now. Man, I get back from Orlando after the release party and I get on Instagram and I'm seeing stuff that other people doing that I haven't done yet. And I'm just in a depressed mode. That's so stupid, man. Like all this comparison, it really take you out of what you supposed to be doing. That's why they put blinders on horses. Like it ain't, you know what I'm saying? You shouldn't be looking to the left or to the right. If God put this destination in your eye, then focus on that. Focus on your lane, focus on what you gotta do. Because at the end of the day, you don't know what they doing to even get what they got. Like the more and more I get in the industry, I'm finding out people buying all of they, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people buying
a lot of fake streams, a lot of fake jewelry.
Yeah, they pump faking the jewelry, they pump faking the streams, they pump faking
cars,
a lot. The
everything.
Cars, you feel me? Like they crib. So it's just like when you really see this stuff, it's like, okay, y'all ain't even really doing this. And I'm sitting here scraping my brain trying to figure out how you done did it, and my stuff been organic. So it's like, bro, yeah, I'm gonna stay over here, gang. Like I'm mind my business and I'm gonna do what God's telling me to do, for real.
No, that's real, man. How do you deal with like online trolls, online hate? Do you respond to it? Did you used to respond to it?
Yeah, I used to go, whew, boy, I
feel like everyone does when they first start getting it. It's like, man, you ain't gonna talk to me like that.
Exactly, because I come from basketball, man. Like, and I'm talking about like real hooping, like AAU, like playing against Josh Jackson, Miles Bridges, them type of players. Like, we really was in the mud, like really fighting to make it out. So like make it out of, you know what I'm saying, whatever team we was on, X, Y, and Z. So it get crazy out there. You got fans and people talking crazy. So I'm used to being able to walk up in the stands like, nah, bro, you ain't about to, you feel me? So to have to sit back and look at people who I know wouldn't say this to my face, go crazy on me, drag me online, do whatever. At first it was like, yeah, I'm about to pull up on wherever, I'm about to say this, and the third, I'm gonna air this person out. Then God checked me like, if I can't trust you to handle this at this level, why would I give you this level where you gonna get that every day, 100 times a day? Like, so yeah, you keep on responding and you gonna stay at that same level. That's one thing about God, he ain't about to just let you graduate if you ain't passing the test. So yeah, now I'm gonna be honest, I just told Lil this in the car, I'm like, bro, like, don't even respond. Like, what's the point?
Yeah.
What's the point, bro? They doing this to get a rise out of us, and I'm the so-called bad boy Christian rap anyway, so they just waiting on me to pop off. So it's like, bro, I ain't even about to give you the satisfaction. No, I'm gonna act like I ain't see it.
Yeah, it's like they just want a response one way or the other.
That's
why half the time, I was just joking anyway.
Exactly. That's why sometimes I do little petty stuff. Like, I like the comment. I just like it. Just to let you know I seen it, but bro, you not bothering me, fam. Like, you not putting you really not putting no money in my pocket unless you stream my music. You ain't putting no clothes on my back, and you not my Lord and Savior, gang. You can't put me in hell or heaven. So, man, your opinion don't really matter, man. For real, for real.
Nah, that's true, man.
Yep.
So what's next, Kai?
That's the question of the century. Shoot, it seems like every day it's just more and more opportunities happening. But as far as what I got planned, I'm dropping a deluxe in like the next couple weeks.
Okay.
For off the Way Out album, so we got some crazy joints on there. I ain't gonna lie. So after we drop the deluxe, really just focus on features because I got some features in the tuck with it feel like some of everybody in the Christian industry. So I got to start unloading them, eventually. So I'm gonna start putting out some of those, and then going into next year, we'll see what the label's talking about. Because like I said, I don't even want to sign right now. Like right now, we got so much other stuff going on. So we're gonna wait till next year to really, take more meetings and see what's going on, see what we're gonna do, and prayerfully put together this tour, for sure.
Now, going back to the features, if it was someone in the non-Christian industry reached out for a feature, what would it take for you to do it?
Man, we've been talking about that heavy too. For me, it would have to make sense. Like, we would have to be talking about the right thing. Like, I'm not about to get on the song. As corny as it may seem to some people, I'm not about to get on the song with you and you cussing. Because it's like now, not only is it coming against my brand, but that's really coming against everything I stand for. Like the whole reason I'm in this industry anyway. So yeah, we would have to be on the same page, talking about the same stuff, and not just on the same page in that one song. Like, we got to be able to get in the studio, really talk. Like, I need to see, like, are you really believe in what you saying? Like, don't just get on my track talking about throwing God name and stuff, and you ain't even really, I don't expect you to be perfect, but at least, like I said, I've met people that's not Christian artists, that are secular artists that do know who God is and want to do better, just don't know how. I could take that, for real. But if you just doing this for clout, fam, like, I don't need it that bad. I'm cool. I'm straight on it, for real.
Understood, man. Go ahead and plug your social media so everyone know where to find you at.
For sure, man. Y'all can follow me on Instagram at DKG Kie. On TikTok is DKG Kai official, because it's a lot of fake pages going around
For
right
real?
now. So yeah,
They
it's
beat
a
you
lot.
to the punch, huh?
Man, it's a lot. So yeah, y'all please make sure y'all follow the right account. And then my YouTube, y'all can subscribe to that. Just search DKG and then a space KIE.
All right, cool, man. Any shout outs you want to give before you wrap it up here, Kai?
Man, shout out to God, you feel me? Shout out to my parents, shout out Velvet, shout out all the DKG family. Jake Tompkins, my main producer. Shoot, man, hope I ain't forgetting nobody. But yeah, shout out the guys, you feel me, that's in DKG actually too. Von Lee, Dre B's, man, shout out to everybody that's been helping along the way, because it definitely take a village, man. So yeah, I love all y'all though, especially everybody back home.
Yeah, if you looking for the demon killer gang, we outside. From the city, you get hit and drive through a drive-by. This ain't Houston, but I'm locked in with the Lord.